So the HOPLAB, the idea, the underlying principles of the HOPLAB, to share, to collaborate, to innovate. We want to try and bring people together so they can learn from each other. There's not that many companies doing this yet. We're hoping eventually there'll be lots of companies doing it. It'll become effectively a new social norm, but we're not there yet. And there's a lot of very large organizations trying to do this, and you've got one or two people who are kind of like the lonely voice in the wilderness. So we want to try and provide them with some support. But also there's smaller companies who are doing great, but no one knows about it. So there was one just here this week who I had no idea who were already doing this and had great results. So how do we connect that one small business over here with another small business who are really enthusiastic but in the very early stages? So the HOPLAB is one way of them being able to get together and say, this has been really good for us and we've had great success with this, but we've had challenges with that. And then this company over here, who are in an earlier stage, can bring these ideas together. So that's one part. But then also we want to try and create a space, playing this role of host. We want to try and create a space where people from, ultimately the thought leaders from all over the world who've been doing either this for a very long time and haven't really been recognized, or maybe breaking out in this space, we can bring them to the people we're already working with and say, well, hey, this is very similar to what you're doing, or it's completely different but can add to the conversation we're having with h.o.p. So there are people who've been doing interesting things, not quite what we would consider h.o.p, but is based on the same underlying principles. So we can bring them here and they can add a lot to the conversation. So the Masterclass Tour, which we're really excited about, we're going to have some really interesting people, some from close to home, some from far away, who will be coming and talking. So that's an important part of it. But that is as well as the stories from everyday organizations who are kicking goals and having great success with these ideas. So it's like the leaders, it's the people doing it, the people who are working with organizations right now. It's bringing all these different people into one conversation so we can kind of all learn, collaborate, and then innovate. And when we do that, we get better outcomes, better solutions. So that's what we're trying to achieve with the HOPLAB.